Hello, my name is Neshay Sanders, and I want you to step into my shoes for the next 5 minutes. I want you to imagine the typical suburban home, two loving parents, a huge front yard and backyard, and kids running all over. That was my life. That was my childhood. I was about 8 years old when my world was flipped upside down. I found out accidentally through the school that me and my brother attended that we were adopted. I had tons of questions, but through that experience and the events that followed, I've learned to never give up hope, to stay persistent and determined, and to always hold on to those that love you no matter what. After finding out that I was adopted, I had tons of questions. Like, when was I adopted? Why was I adopted? Did my mom want me? What happened to my parents? I had just a lot of things going through my mind at that moment. I never gave up hope on getting my questions answered, but my adopted parents always reassured us that we are loved, not just by them, but by our biological parents as well. They always told us about a letter that our parents had written to us, thanking them for adopting us. And my mom always reassured me and told me that, grown-ups go through things, and some things are just out of their control. I never gave up hope on finding out more. I wanted my questions answered, questions that my adopted parents just couldn't answer. In 2015, I was looking through some paperwork for my mom, and I came across a life insurance folder. And in that folder, I found pictures of me as a baby with older kids. And I'm looking, I'm like, I think those are my siblings. And it was like about 3 or 4 pictures in the folder, and in the back of those pictures was the letter that my biological parents had wrote to my adopted parents, thanking them for adopting us, and their full names were written on there, and it was just a full front and back letter. I was showing my brother, and my mind was just blown. I went to go get my laptop because at that time my mom hadn't known, but I was looking on the internet for my parents through social media. And so I used my mom's name off the sheet, off the letter, and I typed it into Facebook, and a few profiles popped up. And on the back of one of the pictures was the name of my siblings. So I started going through the friend list of the profile, and there was my siblings. I will never forget being scared and excited, and trying to figure out how I was going to tell my mom that I had found them, and that I did message them, of course. And I hadn't stopped to think about how my mom would feel, or how she was, thinking. Because at that time and at that age, you don't really look and think about anybody else's point of view. But I never wanted my adopted family to feel any different, or feel like I'm giving them any less love once I do meet my biological family. Through everything I have been through, my adopted family has always stuck by me. Through any storm, they have always been there. And those are actions of love that I just can't forget. I finally did come clean to my mom, and I did reassure her that I still love you, and that no one can ever take your place, and you are my number one. I told her that she is my mommy, and she is the person that raised me to be who I am today, and nothing can change that. Nothing in this world can amount for the love and respect that I have for my mommy. And now, my family relationship with my adopted and my biological family are thriving. I love them so much. And I am blessed to have 2 sets of parents. I feel like God knew what was going to happen. I did lose my adopted dad in 2017, and my biological dad did step up and he became such a great support, not only to me, but later on he became a great support also to my son. So I feel like God knew, and I appreciate that. I live life believing that everything, no matter how small, how coincidental, happens for a reason. And me finding out I was adopted was just a start to something more. Me finding out I was adopted was just a start to something bigger, which is why I never gave up hope on finding my biological parents, and why I stayed persistent and determined to getting all the questions answered that I wanted answered, and to why I always held on to those that loved me no matter what. Thank you.